So looking at the Crossmember, I've already started modifying it, and the reason why you want to flip it is that the oil pan sits here, and the way I'm sitting this on the ground is the way I want the Crossmember to sit in the engine bay, with the kick, this kick going to the back so the oil pan can sit here. Originally it's flipped around the other way. I've seen somebody modified, well, a couple people modify it by making a jig to hold it in the correct position here, and with these bolts, which I've already removed, cut that out, because instead of cutting it here and then re-welding it flipped around, I've decided to drill these out, which was my initial idea before I started looking at research and seeing where people cut. But I'm glad I went this route instead of cutting it here. And yes, you can weld and the structural integrity can be just as good. I just don't want to go that route because it's eliminating structural integrity. So that being said, I've already gotten this one out. I've started taking that one out. I've already drilled the other side, and that's a little bit of a trick to do, to get it completely even. The hole saw made such a big hole that I'm planning on getting an 1.5-inch pipe, putting it in, and then sitting this inside the pipe and welding it back in that way. The other modification, and it's funny, when I came up with what I'm doing, I actually had decided to do everything I saw the guys in Australia do, because there's a company there that will do this for you, but the shipping alone makes it really not worth it to ship it. I'd be more than happy to do the modification if you want me to, but they basically slot 3 of these holes. They slot the holes because when you flip it, they don't line up exactly perfect. And from what I could tell looking at their pictures, and it's funny because I actually thought of the same exact thing, and then I saw what they did, because I'm pretty sure this is what they did, because they had to slot the holes because they're flipping a whole piece like I am. The one on the driver's side on the left-hand drive car in the front is the only one they didn't slot. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slot that one, and that one, see if everything lines up. But I'm kind of excited about this. I'm going to try to use the same factory motor mounts. I'm going to get new ones though. I don't know how good those are. I just don't want to take a chance. You know, other than spray paint, they actually don't look bad. But seeing a little, it's a little splitting right there. I think I'm gonna get new motor mounts. I'm gonna try to use those motor mounts, and I kind of took some measurements. The factory brackets on the Genesis motor go out too far, and so I'm gonna probably make brackets that bolt directly to the block, and it may not be that big. Use some pretty thick steel plating to do that I've had laying around. I may have to buy some more, then I have enough, and we'll see how it works. I'm excited. We'll see. Nice clean hole. Piece came out well. Slower is better, and it doesn't dole out. The hole saw or drill bit, the slower you go and the cleaner the hole is. That's pretty clean. This is cleaner. Alright, so on to the next step. So here's what we got so far. That one's in the process of getting cut out. It's not fully cut out yet. Gotta cut that side out. Okay. this side, this is the side I'm working on cutting out. This is the side I've already flipped. See, the whole size is much smaller. The bigger size has got to face the lower control arms. This is the direction is the rear of the car. Once you flip this piece this direction, because it sits in there opposite. This is big side I gotta finish cutting out. So I think so far it's working out good. The copper tube that I bought is a little thicker than most copper tubes. It fills the gap up pretty good. I had to use some existing weld left over and beat it down to close some of the gaps around one side. So, but anyway, actually I think it was this side that I used some existing welds to beat down to close the gap. So, all right, let's see how the other side turns out. Again, I keep thinking, oh, not that much rust. That was before, this is after. That's before. Yeah, lots of cleaning to do. Well, bolts slotted, 3 bolts slotted. These pieces tacked in, not pretty, but the tacks I think are strong enough to hold it steady. And besides, I'm going to be pulling this back out after I put the engine in. I got to pull it back out, but at least it's kind of prepped as to how it's going to be configured in the car. Well, I'm gonna bolt it in and see how it looks. Okay, as far as the cross member goes, it's mounted in place. Everything's looking good. Didn't have to modify the actual pad that holds the motor mount, because I used the factory motor mount and just took off the bonded rubber and welded on top of that. So it's removable. You know that part works because it was on the car. So I did the same thing on the other side. It's a little harder to see because of the intake manifold. I always gotta do this, but yeah, same deal. Use the backing plate with a modified mount kit that allowed me to custom order these plates on both sides. Which, if you need them, contact me right now. I don't know how to put it in the link below, like they say. I got to figure that out, but just message me and I'll, see how we can hook up. And I can send you some mounts. But if you're interested in putting this motor in anything, which I might be the only one, but anyway, so I'm stoked. It's looking good. The mount is perfect in there. So, and the cross member is perfect. So, all right, great. On to the next.